Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the third match of the HFRE Properties present ADCL Super 89. It's between the two hot favorite teams, Titans and Assassins. Titans being led by Faisal bin Qayyum and Assassins being led by Zishan Daud. And Assassins won the toss and have decided to bat first. I think that's a good decision. The pitch is doing quite wonderfully, and Waqas Butt will open with Shiraz Khan. Meanwhile, I believe that Zishan Bhatti would be the one which will, or either it will be Shadab, which will open. But Naveed Khan is also there, so plenty of options available for Titans. And it seems that most probably Naveed Khan will start the proceedings, whereas Waqas Butt will be on the striker end, and Shiraz Khan will be on the non-striker end. And HFRE Properties Super 89 at the beautiful venue of Emirates Palace. Magnificent atmosphere, a bit hot and humid day here today, but that's what test of fitness and test of skills is all about under pressure. HFRE Properties, best in the business, making dreams come true. And Naveed Khan will start from the beach end, and facing him would be Waqas Butt, who's now setting his guard, and Naveed Khan busy in field placement, one of the best in UAE, magnificent all-rounder, dangerous bowler. And on the other hand, Waqas Butt is the young prodigy who's in form and have been scoring all around nowadays on turf as well as cement. This is a very critical match for both these teams. There is a psychological aspect to it as well. Winner will definitely strengthen their chances for the knockout stage, for the qualifier. Titans have won their match, Assassins have won their match. And here we go, Naveed Khan coming from round the wicket. And starts off with a wide, not a disciplined delivery. Wide ball will result in 3 runs. Abdul Aziz, Naveed Khan. Oh, that's rubbing salt over the wound. Oh, good 6 over, long on by Waqas Butt. See, and we can see room for Waqas Butt pouncing upon it, and a huge hit towards 6. HFRE Properties presents ADCL Super 89. Lots of 6s. Naveed Khan under the thumb immediately, 9 runs off 2 deliveries, and a good delivery this time, yorking it, and will result in a single. Shiraz Khan immediately asking Waqas to stop, not come for double. Waqas Butt is a speedy runner, Naveed Khan, and slightly leggish. Shiraz Khan taking a quick first. Usually this means a good second, and good running by Shiraz Khan. Excellent display of running, and so good start. Shiraz Khan, chance of a catch, no chance there. Ball bounces before the fielder, and a single taken by Shiraz Khan. So far 13 runs, and as we can see, the ball bounces before Nabil Masood. I don't think there was an easy chance. Last ball of the first over, Naveed Khan, and not in control. However, that's a 4. Not impressed, Naveed Khan, not happy with the effort. Sliced off. Nabil Masood tried to go for it, but could not. And uh, 17 runs coming off that over. It's 17 for no loss. Zishan Bhatti will bowl from the beach end. Left arm fast bowler, very talented, coming in from round the wicket, and should be a catch. Oh, that's a dolly. Shiraz Khan gone with very soft dismissal. I think he was in two minds, and as we can see here, hit and suddenly stopped, and which resulted in a catch. That's what happens when you have a dual decision making going on. Neither he hit the ball, and when he tried to dead stop it, instead of a dead stop, he popped a catch to Dishan Bhatti, who did quite well, keeping his eye on the ball, and immediately Dishan Bhatti getting a wicket for Titans. So a relief for Titans after conceding 17 runs from the first over. Immediately a -6. Dishan Daud, the captain, the in-form captain, now walks in. Very critical for him to stay on the pitch with his partner Waqas Butt. On the other hand, his wicket would do wonders for Titans. Dishan Bhatti round the wicket, and bat involved. I think height was a factor as well. That's a dot ball. Umpire Ashfaq Hussain not interested, and I think even the way the keeper was also not interested. You could not see the wailer and zeal and zest in his appeal would give an impression to the umpire as well. It will cement his decision that is not out. Coming in from around the wicket again. Still not that confident of hit by Dishan Daud. Taking his time. There's plenty of time left. This is still the second over. It's a 10 over per innings game. Plenty of time. He's capable of smashing ball around as well. As I said, chipped over a mid-wicket region, will fall in between no man's land and an easy two. Waqas Butt running in. Oh, but still in. And I think Waqas Butt did well speeding up in the middle, as you can see over here, and dragging his bat. That's a basic concept of cricket. When you're running, drag your bat. Otherwise, had this bat been in the air, hypothetically speaking, definitely would have been out. A cautious start from Dishan, and by Dishan I mean the captain Dishan Daud. Dishan Bhatti. It's Dishan versus Dishan. Dishan Bhatti has the capability of extracting wickets. He's a fantastic bowler, so it's a good contest. Dishan Bhatti from round the wicket, and ball going towards Naveed Khan, and he's walking already. He's gone. A big wicket for Dishan Bhatti. As we can see, Dishan Daud hitting it towards mid-wicket, and fielder Naveed Khan, who is one of the most safe pair of hands, catches it easily, and that's the end of Dishan Daud's short-lived innings. A huge wicket. Waqas Gohar, the ever-talented all-rounder, one of the best in Abu Dhabi, walks in. Dishan Bhatti with his tail up. Titans now gripping this match slowly. Oh, clean ball, middle stump, magnificent stuff by Dishan Bhatti. Excellent ball, absolutely bamboozles. As we can see, completely bamboozles Waqas Gohar, middle stump, and you cannot get a better result for a bowler. Joy all around for Titans. Dishan Bhatti is on a hat-trick, and that's a huge wicket. Waqas Gohar is one of the finest hitters and an excellent batsman. Again, as you can see, going to bat and pad, and that is what a left-arm bowler can do to a right-handed batsman. Probing the gap, and that is a huge wicket. And at the end of this over, three wickets taken in this over, so -18 in this over, and 2 runs taken by Dishan, so basically -16 in totality. The previous over was 17 runs, so this means it's just 1 run so far. And Mayo Zahid coming off the magician, the leggy from over the wicket to Waqas Butt, results in a dot ball. Waqas Butt must be a bit under pressure, but I think he will continue with his natural game. Qasim Aziz Abbasi coming in. Humayun Zahid not comfortably playing. Waqas but sending Qasim Aziz Abbasi back. No need to take any chances. I think that's the key for Waqas but. That should be a wide. That is a wide. I think the previous delivery played by Qasim was also a wide had he not played it. And single, not in control but towards square leg and a single taken. Good over from Humayun Zahid so far. But as I was saying that Waqas Butt is a natural hitter of the ball, so I don't think he will mind. And oh, magnificent hit over extra cover, and that is a 6. What an amazing hit. A bit of short length and hit over extra cover, and flat but very powerful hit, and right on the money. Waqas Butt in form, 6 to 11 runs of this. So in total 30 runs but 3 wickets gone, so it's 12 for 3. Abdul Aziz coming in. That's a wide delivery. Abdul Aziz has a habit of picking up wickets. He has been a most useful spinner from the bronze category for the last 2 Super 8. Can he continue the form? And that's a helicopter shot going towards JP. And what a good catch he has done. Excellent catch. Well done, JP. And that is out. Qasim Aziz Abbasi not happy with himself. Cannot believe what has happened. And Abdul Aziz at first thought that JP has mismanaged it. But JP right on the money. Excellent catch by JP. And Qasim Aziz Abbasi, as you can see, stunned. And very rightly so. This was a very good, exceptional catch from JP. Not a bad hit. Mind you, this is one of the favorite hits from Qasim Aziz Abbasi. That's a helicopter hit, but the mid-wicket side is slightly longer and not happy with himself. That's part of the game. Excellent catch by JP. Catches win matches. HFRE Properties present ADCL Super 8 9 match between Titans and Assassins. Titans bowling after losing the toss were invited to bowl first. Shah Faisal now walks in. Good all-rounder, young, and that's a dot ball. There is a protection, yes and no. Key here is now Waqas Butt, and Titans really would love to have his wicket in his hand. If anyone can do it, that would definitely be Abdul Aziz. Let's see how the contest grew. And that's a single taken by Shah Faisal. And tell you what, Waqas Butt is a natural hitter. That is his strong point as well as weakness. And Abdul Aziz has a habit of getting wickets. So I think this will be an interesting contest. The next couple of deliveries will be very interesting to see. Abdul Aziz and hit. Oh, that's not a good hit. And Dishan Bhatti takes it. Extra cover protection there. Dishan Bhatti takes a good catch, and that is the end of Waqas Butt's innings. And another setback for Assassins, as we can see again. Immediately when he hit, his bat was slided and sliced hit, and Waqas Butt immediately walking for Dishan Bhatti's safe pair of hands straight in his throat. Sumair Butt walks in, not known for his batting, so good opportunity for Titans. Abdul Aziz last delivery, and single taken. That is the end of the 4th over. It's 35 but 5 gone, so it's actually only 5 for 5. Shumail Hussain, an excellent time to bring him in, comes in. Sumair Butt. And loose delivery immediately dispatched by Sumair Butt 4-4, and that ball really deserved the treatment. Lots and lots and lots of room given, and that's not how it should go. Welcome runs. Shumail, that's a wide ball, so Shumail under pressure, 7 runs off 2 deliveries. And again, not an impressive delivery so far. 2 runs for sure, and Shah Faisal quick amongst the wicket, and good over so far from Assassin's perspective. They are under the thumb again, a wide ball. So under pressure, Shumail, good delivery, dot ball. And ends off with a good delivery, yes and no, but Shah Faisal not interested. 12 from this over, so after 5 overs, it's 47 but for 5, which means 30 runs finished off. So it's actually 17 for 5 after 5 overs, and that is the end of the first half, meaning the rest of the 5 overs will be bowled from the road end. The HFRE Properties present ADCL Super 8-9 match between Titans and Assassins. Assassins won the toss and decided to bat first, not going in the favour, mind you. It's 17 for 5 and 5 overs gone. Next 2 overs will be power play, and I won't be surprised if the next 2 overs will not be by Zishan Bhatti and Naveed Khan. Mind you, Zishan Bhatti is on a hat-trick chance. In the previous over, he took 2 back-to-back wickets, Zishan Daud and then Waqas Gohar. So that's a hat-trick chance for him. Zishan Bhatti now into the attack from the road end. This is a power play over, 6th over. He'll be coming from his around the wicket end, and Shah Faisal, it's a hat-trick chance. So let's see if we can have our first hat-trick of HFRE Properties presents ADCL Super 8-9, and here we go, coming from round the wicket. Oh, what a magnificent hit, and that is a 6. Oh my goodness, Shah Faisal, you beauty. Zishan Bhatti, who was aiming for a hat-trick, has been dispatched for a magnificent 6. Well done, Shah Faisal. That is not a good way to welcome a bowler who's on song and is on hat-trick. So I think the next delivery will be very interesting. Shah Faisal now facing, and that's a loose delivery dispatch over extra was gone before, and I'm sorry, that's not a good delivery by Zishan Bhatti. And immediately from hat-trick chance coming and being dispatched for a 6 and a 4. Go full toss and dispatch. Mind you, Zishan Bhatti, if the bowler is not used to such beating on turf, he is a wicket-taking bowler. Excellent contest, Zishan Bhatti. Appeal for LB, seems like it's gone, and it's gone. Excellent, he gets his man. Magnificent stuff by Zishan Bhatti. What a good ball, playing all over it, and that is what he's capable of. 3 wickets so far in this match. Excellent stuff, Zishan Bhatti. And can you believe it? The pass but comes back in. And a chance of a catch. Oh, nearly had his man again. Waqas Butt is back because the whole team got out, and it's a revision of the cycle. And what a delivery by Zishan Bhatti. He is on song, and excellent effort. Waqas Butt very lucky to get away with it. JP has been called towards the extra cover, short cover side. Zishan Bhatti now 5th delivery. Waqas Butt, excellent contest into making, and that's a 6. A six over corner region. Excellent hit. Waqas Butt not holding it off and continuing with the six. Ishan Bhatti. Excellent hit. Magnificent. HFRE Properties present ADCL Super 8-9 Mega 6 by Waqas Butt. Ishan Bhatti, 1 ball to go. So far, if you include the wickets, 10 runs off 5 balls. So and Ishan Bhatti tap towards the short square leg and a single taken. And at the end of the 6th over, it is 28 for 6. It's actually 64, but 6 players are gone, which means that 36 runs have been deducted. Veer Khan comes into the attack and single taken. Very lucky to get away with it. Now this is a good opportunity. In action replay, we can see not in control, but the ball falls in the no man area, no man land, and Waqas Butt very lucky to get away with it. Naveed Khan, I think, will be targeting this wicket of Sumer Butt. Sumer Butt is not an expert in batting. He's an off spinner, handy with the bat, but Naveed Khan, I think, can extract this wicket, and let's see how it goes. And hit. That's a bad selection of shot. Faisal bin Qayyum takes an easy one, and that is the end of Sumer Butt's innings. Good delivery, going from middle stump to the off region, sliced chip shot, and Sumer Butt going back to the pavilion. Faisal bin Qayyum takes a good catch, and wickets falling for Assassins in regular interval. And Shiraz Khan is back into the batting, and that should be a single. Now Shiraz Khan, as per his history, when he comes to bat once again in the innings, which has happened a couple of times, then he becomes more dangerous, maybe perhaps more focused. So this will be an interesting contest between Naveed Khan and Shiraz. Naveed Khan, and starts off immediately with a 6. Excellent hit by Shiraz Khan, magnificent stuff, and try for a cutter, and immediately dispatched for 6. Shiraz Khan, excellent start for his second innings within the same innings. And what Assassins are doing is that in spite of losing the wickets, they have continued to pile up runs, so at least that is going in their favour. And completely missed. That was not supposed to be played towards mid wicket. Should have been hit towards extra cover region. So not a good selection of shot. Naveed Khan, out cutter, leg cutter as they say. Previous one was an off cutter, smacked for 6. This was a leg cutter, which Shiraz could not judge properly. Shiraz is not strong in the off side, but on the leg side, he can hit some monster 6s. Shiraz Khan, that is a wide delivery, and that is wide, and that is the end of the 7th over. It's 77 for 7, so you minus the 42 runs, so basically it's 33 runs. And Humayun Zahid, single taken, which brings Shiraz Khan back into the attack. Assassins need a big over to post something respectable, and it remains to be seen. Anything respectable, and that would help him a lot. It's a 6. A mega 6, as I was saying. Shiraz Khan is very strong towards the leg side, and what a hit towards long on. Magnificent 6. It's not an easy task to hit Humayun for a 6, but this was a fuller delivery right in Shiraz Khan's zone. Takes slight step forward and hits it over long on. So Shiraz Khan here with a purpose. At least they would try to get past 60, and not out. Surely it was, I think, the ball pitched outside the leg stump. If it is pitched outside the leg stump, it doesn't matter if it's hitting the bat in line with the wicket, because that's not counted. Shiraz Khan, and towards deep square leg, there's protection there, so should be a single. Waqas Butt now facing, and remains to be seen how Waqas will approach this over. Mayu, and play towards square leg, again a deep square leg in business, and that's a single. So far 9 runs from 5 deliveries. So not a bad over from Assassins. They need to make sure they do not lose another wicket here. Another wicket would definitely put Titans in control, and another loose delivery over square leg for 6. That was a poor delivery, and immediately Shiraz dispatches it towards 6 over square leg region, and 15 runs coming off this over. At the end of the 8th over, it is 90 for 7, meaning you cross off 42 runs, so it is 48 runs on the board for Assassins. Shumail Hussain, I think Assassins might be looking for a big over. Meanwhile, Shumail is a deceptive bowler. Coming forward, and good delivery from Shumail, resulting in just a single. Shiraz Khan, and that's a wide ball. Shumail is very lucky to get away with it. Very lucky to get away with it. Could have been dispatched for a 6. It was a loose delivery, and good ball by Shumail, not giving Shiraz any room. Just a single. Another good delivery, just a single. So 6 runs from 4 deliveries. That's a good over from Shumail. Unless he needs to avoid any boundary in the next 2 deliveries, and I would say it would be a good over from his side. Oh, very interesting appeal. I think maybe going towards the leg side. Shiraz very lucky to get away with it. Completely missed. Oh, and the ball did not touch the wicket. So that is a good over. 6 runs from this over. It's 96 for 7, but we will deduct 42 runs. So it's actually 54 runs in 9 overs for 7. Last over from Abdul Aziz. And that should be a single. So a good start from Abdul Aziz. What Titans have done is that by taking regular wickets, they have tied down Assassins, and the damage which has been caused based on those 7 wickets, which means the deduction of 42 runs from the total, I think that's not an easy damage to control. That is a dot ball. The ball deflects off Munir. That's definitely not clean bowl. Deflects off Munir and takes the bail off. Monstrous 6 over the side screen, coming down the track. An excellent hit by Shiraz Khan, doing very well this time. Excellent approach, and look, right from the meat of the bat. And I think Abdul Aziz, the bowler, knew immediately, including Shiraz, that this will go by miles, and which it did. Slightly under pressure, 7 runs from 3 deliveries. good delivery. Could have made some effort. Could have been an interesting catch. Good one. Single taken. 8 runs of 4 deliveries. Absolutely bamboozled here. Was trying to target square leg. Shiraz Khan very rightly stopping Waqas Butt. I think Shiraz is interested to take on Abdul Aziz in the last delivery. And it's 63 runs. At least they are above 60. Last ball. Let's see what it has. Abdul Aziz. That is a strong hit towards mid wicket, and that's a 4. Excellent hit by Shiraz. It's 67 for 7 in 10 overs, and good stuff. 68 to win. 68 to win by Titans. HFRE Properties present ADCL Super 8 round 1. Beautiful kits, courtesy of HFRE Properties, and we'll start off with Shah Faisal, and the batsmen facing are Mohammad Munir and JP. And it seems that Assassins have also decided to start from the beach end. Shah Faisal, left arm pacey youngster, coming from around the wicket, over the wicket, mind you. Sorry, apologies, over the wicket. And not a challenging target, and dot ball from Munir. I think this kind of a target suits Munir and JP. Munir, although he has the capability of hitting it around the park, but he is more comfortable in an orthodox innings. So this required run rate being very low does suit him at 6.7. That is that's a dot ball. So apart from that one delivery, good deliveries from Shah Faisal. Poor delivery towards leg side, and smacked for 6 towards the square leg region. Wham! That's a 6. Excellent 6 from Munir, just using the pace. Poor line, not a bad length, but a poor line from Shah Faisal. And as you can see, even after the 2 dot balls, he's done well. And just a single, but yes and no. JP was interested for a 2, but Munir not interested. I think there's no need to take any risks. The required run rate was 6.7 when they started the innings. Not in control, but very lucky that the ball fell in the no man area, no man land. Good effort from Sumer, but I don't think it would have been a catch. But had it been, it would have been a wonderful one. JP taking guard. And a single taken. and 11 runs at the end of the first over. Naeem Malik, that is an interesting choice. This is a power play, and well. Naeem Malik will start off. He has a habit of giving a lot of extras, so I don't think it's a good choice. And he starts off with the extra. That's a wide ball. He has discipline issues when it comes to line and length. He's not a bad bowler, but he needs to work very hard in the nets. Extras is his weak spot, his Achilles heels coming in from over the wicket. Another extra. So 6 runs from 2 deliveries, completely off target. Not the start which Assassins were looking for. 6 runs from 2 deliveries. When you're defending a target of 67, I'm sorry, but this will not cut it. Coming from round the wicket now. Let's see. And that could have been wide ball, and going for 4. That's a 4. A good hit by JP, and 10 runs from 3 deliveries. Poor over so far. He needs to control his line and length. Played and a miss again. He has to be careful. JP is not weak from that region. And as we can see in the action replay, JP wanted to cut it through the third slip region towards third man, but perhaps it could not have been timed by him properly. So a welcome dot ball. 4 balls and 10 runs so far. Expensive overs. The next 2 overs are very critical. And that's a single. Much better. 11 runs from 5 deliveries. I think still, if this would be a dot ball, it would be still considered as not a bad over from super hit perspective. But let's see. Munir will pounce upon any weak delivery, and that is a mega 6 from Munir Chaudhary. What an expensive over. 17 runs from it, right up the block hole and smacked over the long off region. That's a big 6. Very poor bowling from the bowler. 17 runs coming off it, so it's 28 for no loss. Tariqul Islam, the left arm bowler, comes in, coming from round the wicket, and 2 runs I believe, and yes, both of these are good runners between the wicket. That's the area which JP really likes, the gully and the point and the cover region, and he likes to cut the ball as well if it has space. Tariqul Islam, and very gently taps towards short cover, and a single taken by JP. Tariqul Islam bowling according to a plan perhaps, and very well played by Munir. I think there is no pressure on Titans as of now, at least, and there is no need for them to flirt with any adventure. That is what Assassins would want. They would want quick wickets, and that's where Munir and JP have been magnificent. And cut towards third man, and should be an easy 2, and that's good understanding between these 2 lads, JP and Munir. It's kind of an interesting thing that the clashes which will start from 15th of October will have both of them in opposite pools. JP is from blue, Munir from yellows. Tariqul Islam, now that's a good dot ball. That I think this habit of trying to cut the ball is his strong suit, but his weakness as well. Can land him in trouble. Tariqul Islam not in control, but it's a single. So 7 runs from this over. At the end of the third over is 35 for no loss. This no loss is very important for Titans. They would not want to lose a wicket here. They would want smooth sailing. They would want to post a big total to take their net run rate in a better position. They've already won the match against Panthers. Mind you, Panthers played against Assassins the first match, lost it. Then it played against Titans and lost it again. And nudges it towards short mid wicket and single taken. Sumer Bhatt trying to fresh the ball, trying to ensure it will not be two. Sumer Bhatt from over the wicket. And that's a good hit towards deep mid wicket. There is protection there. Dishant Daud, the captain, on the screen, happy with the effort. Dishant Daud encouraging Sumer. He's the kind of captain who is a mentor, and he does not like to give up that easily. And easy one for JP. So 3 runs from 3 deliveries. What I feel here is that Tariqul Islam will be very critical here. And that's a dot ball, a good ball from Sumer. The HFRE Properties board very visible. They are the sponsors of the HFRE Properties present ADCL Super 8-9, and a hit towards the mid wicket, a single taken again. 4 runs so far from 5 deliveries, a sober over. But as I was mentioning before as well, the target is 67, and absolutely no pressure so far. Wickets will create pressure, but no pressure. And again, tap towards mid wicket and a single taken. So 5 runs from this over. At the end of the 4th over, it is 40 for no loss. And Tariqul Islam has been asked to come again. I think he did a good over. He is a wicket taker. He is an intelligent bowler. And if anyone can take wickets, it will be Tariqul Islam. That is at least my prediction. And Tariqul Islam bowling from around the wicket, and that is a dot ball again, trying for a cut delivery, but what it does is basically it gives a dot ball to the bowler. Dot ball, as I say again and again, are like gold nuggets in Super 8. Again a dot ball, same attempt from JP. Perhaps a new approach from JP would ensure a single. Tariqul Islam also taking advantage of that habit. He wants JP to cut the ball. That will create an opportunity. So good contest between JP and Tariq. Tariq coming from around the wicket. Another dot ball. Excellent contest. So 3 dot balls. Dot balls, not usually, but always bring the wicket, or at least forces the opposition to change their tactics. But this is an interesting contest going on. Tariqul Islam, and rather than try for a cut, JP plays it towards point pigeon in a single taken. Now I think 1 run from 4 delivery. Remains to be seen what Munir will do, because Munir will definitely feel some sort of a pressure. So this is a very critical delivery. Tariqul Islam to Munir. A hit, I think it's a miss hit. Qasim Abbasi coming under it. And that is a wicket. Dishant Daud thanking the heavens for the wicket. Immediately, I think Munir knew that this was not a shot he was in control of. Head down. Qasim Abbasi safe pair of hands. Tariqul Islam strikes the first wicket for Assassins, and let's see if there is a twist in this tale. First blood from Assassins. Waqas Butt, the wicketkeeper, very happy, joyous, and why not Next batsman in. Is Nabil Masood. JP, and that is a 4. A good hit by JP towards the extra cover, and again a new tactic, a new approach from his side. So at the end of the 5th over, we are 39 for 1. Qasim Aziz Abbasi will start the proceedings. It's a power play over. Sides have been changed, meaning the first 5 overs were bowled from the beach end, the next 5 will be bowled from the road end. Qasim Aziz Abbasi coming from over the wicket, and Nabil Masood taking a single. Wickets is what is required by Assassins. They need wickets. Qasim Aziz Abbasi needs to make it uncomfortable for the batsman if he requires wickets. Qasim. JP taps the ball on the right side towards the short mid-wicket season area, and a single taken, so no pressure. That's a big wide, 3 runs, so 5 runs from 3 deliveries. Nothing challenging being posed by Assassins so far. And a quick single, good one by JP. I think I would say JP was the architect of that single. He was interested to take, Nabil obliged, and a single taken. Again, rotation of strike underway, nothing challenging being presented by Assassins, and a single taken again from JP. 7 runs from 5 deliveries so far, so nothing exceptional. That's a dot ball, and at the end of the 6 overs, it is 46 for 1. Completely under control. Shah Faisal coming to the attack. I think the hopes of Assassins rests on his shoulders. Immediately starts with the dot ball, angling it from inside to outside. Shah Faisal, single taken by JP. JP doing quite well. What JP's done is, in the previous game as well as this one, is that he has ensured that one end at least is blocked. There are no wickets given or gifted away from his end. He's done quite well from that aspect. Shah Faisal running in from over the wicket, and that is a huge wide. Very lucky to get away with it. Shah Faisal again. That's a dot ball. And Shah Faisal again. That's a loose delivery, and that is a very loose delivery, and it got what it deserved. Leggish side, and I think Shah Faisal has a problem of drifting it towards leg side. He can get an LB or a clean bowl from that angle, but the downside is that he can be smacked for a 4 as well, and which he is, and that is not what the captain of Assassins, Ishan, would be hoping for. Assassins need wickets to stay in this match, otherwise it's easy going for Titans. And that's a dot ball again. That is the end of the 7th over, and only one wicket gone. It's 54 for 1. Slowly but surely, Titans. This over needs to be a good one. Sumer Butt starts off with a wideish delivery, which has been dispatched for a single. So not a bad delivery from Sumer. Not giving it in the spot which the batsman would like. Good delivery. That's a dot ball. Sumer Butt, Nabil Masood facing. Oh, magnificent hit from Nabil, gone for 6. Excellent stuff. That is pure class. And slightly short, and Nabil Masood immediately bounces on it. And what a hit! What a hit! Magnificent hit. What class, what confidence, and what timing. Nabil Masood doing it calmly. He's a very calm character, Nabil Masood. And now this will definitely put pressure on Sumer Butt. Nabil Masood now facing. That is a wide ball. So this is turning out to be a good over, a productive over for Titans, making life more easy for them. Mind you, they've just lost only one wicket and they're right on the track. And wide delivery once again. That is a wide ball. Very poor over, I must say, at the end of the day by Sumer. Losing his composure by Sumer. And a single taken by Nabil. So at the end of the 8th over, it is 68 for 1. So they are already ahead. Naeem Malik had a very poor last over, was smacked for 17. Let's see if he has learned from it. Poor delivery, what a bad delivery, dispatched towards square leg for 4, and that is below par. And I'm sorry, but Naeem has to up his game. The first delivery of the previous over was a wide delivery, and this delivery was very poor quality. And that's a dot ball. That's a good delivery. That is what he should target. But again, I think this will not be a challenging over at the end. He's been all over the place. Even if Titans are ahead, so they don't need to even take any chances. 2 dot balls. But what a good over from Naeem can do here is it can at least ensure that Titans do not run away with this match with a huge net run rate margin. That's a dot ball again. 3 dot balls. Now such an over with such dot balls at the start from Naeem could have been very beneficial. But I think the train has left the station. That's a single taken. JP still there, still ensuring taking off the runs. It's not that he occupies the wicket. That's not the only thing which I really like about him. What I like about him is positive approach for rotating the strike. As you can see here, I think JP is interested for a 2. Nabil up to the task, and 2 runs taken. And at the end of the 9th over, it's 75 for 1, and that is a huge positive from Titans, that they've ensured that they will not lose wickets. And single taken immediately by Nabil Masood. .76, so ahead. That's again a single. Nothing challenging has been presented by Assassins to defend this total, and I think they are missing Waqas Gohar. Waqas was the key here, being missed. That's a dot ball. I think no hurries there for Titans. They know the match is in their back. Qasim also smiling. He knows that Titans will not take any pressure. Another dot ball, and I think the idea here from Titans is to block the over and ensure the victory. Points are more important than flirting with the or experimenting at this time. Nabil Masood, yes and no, ensuring that he stays on the wicket, and that is perhaps the end of the line. Well left, and that is the end. And at the end of the day, 77 for 1. Congratulations all around. Titans have won the match and taken valuable 2 points and back-to-back 2 victories.
Back-to-back matches, and especially when you have a 1 hour break in between. Once again, JP played quite well. Once again, however, I would say that a fantastic performance was showed by Dishan Bhatti with his 4 wickets, and may I request the sponsor please give a chance to the medal.